Look who it is, everyone. This is KJ4YZI with Ham Radio Concepts, and Jan here.
KK4GGJ.
Listen, I got something here that is, Jan, you've been talking about this, and I want to show everybody. This is a Chrysler Crossfire that you've never seen before, right?
Yep, this car has been converted to electric.
An electric. Now, y'all know Jan. Jan's always got some wacky ideas and videos, but take a look at this.
Okay, we have a Curtis AC 3-phase motor package running on a set of Chevy Volt batteries at a approximate 148 volt DC. We've got power steering, power brakes, and air conditioning. Basically it's a what would you call it? A frequency converter to get your speed up, because you're making from the DC, we're making AC. There's 500 parameters in the controller for acceleration, throttle response, your regenerative braking systems. So all the electronics are here, and they're cooled with a metal plate with a water system through the radiator.
Water cooled.
So it's a water cooled electronics, okay? Charging system is on board, 2,500 watts, 110 or 220. And the rest of the battery pack, there's 26 kW of batteries in the car, lithium manganese oxide. Each battery has a BMS unit on it to balance out each cell. And the rest of the battery pack is in the back of the car.
So now, hold on a second. So this is your AC compressor.
Yep.
This idler pulley, this is a
No. That's your vacuum pump, like a diesel has.
Oh.
Okay, to run the power brakes. That's my power steering.
Okay, now how does this, when you turn it on though, does the motor just sit there and spin just so you have...
I can run it both ways. I could leave it in neutral and have the motor spin at an idle speed of 500, or I could just let it shut on and off at the
size of the motor
traffic
down
light.
there.
That's a
Look at
Curtis.
that. So that goes right back to the transmission.
Yeah, it's hooked directly to the 6-speed Mercedes-Benz transmission that these cars are equipped with.
Now, for all the ham radio people out here that, Jen, your buddies are going to love you. What do we got in the back here?
Well, first, the last thing up front is your 12-volt system to run the radio, the horn, the headlights, and everything. So I have a Meanwell converter that goes 148 volts to 13.8 to keep the house battery charged.
Okay.
Okay? Now, we come to the back.
This is funny. This is going to be on both channels, Jan, because this is definitely suitable for...
Well, this is suitable for survival or ham radio
operation. This is off-gridding / ham radio.
That's right. Okay, so the rest of the battery bank here, we have each set of batteries across. We have 348s, and there are 4 rows of them in parallel. So 348s in series, and then 4 in parallel of lithium manganese oxide. So this car is set up at 26 kW battery bank. It's only a local drive car. 50 miles is what I flight plan for.
Okay. And
I could change it. I can add more batteries. I could double deck them, etc. But I just use this as an in-town car. Now, what I did yesterday was I added, this is 100 to 150 volt DC to 120 volt AC sine wave continuous duty inverter.
I remember you were talking about that on eBay.
Yep. So I
finally... 100, so say it again, 148...
100 to 150 volts. DC in.
To an AC
to
120
volt AC, 60 hertz or 50 hertz, but set on 60 hertz sine wave, continuous duty. So we're going to flip this on. It's going to give us a fault indicator because the AC coming into it, there is no AC coming into it. But we'll light up the inverter, and we'll go through the windows. Fan is running. Like I said, I have to work on the programming and the status of it. You could check my battery voltage. We're online, we're normal. It's in bypass fault because there's no AC coming in, and we're going to show the data. So we got 119.9 coming out, 60 hertz coming out, and we got 144.1 volts coming in. So what I did this morning was let's follow.
Oh, you got an extension cord.
Follow the yellow brick road. Okay.
Off-gridders.
So what we've got, of course, the best coffee of the world is percolated coffee.
So he's making coffee off of his electric car with an inverter.
I could run my KW. I could run my KW amplifier. I could run all the radios we have on the tables with the 26 kW battery bank.
How many watts? How many watts can you put out on that?
2,000.
So you can run drills.
Oh,
you can hook up a leaf. You can hook up a leaf blower.
Leaf blower, drills, my Sawzall. I want to cut down a Florida holly at the other end of the driveway, pull the car over with a short cord, and that makes the car dual purpose. When a hurricane is coming, I always have the car charged in case I need to use it around town, and don't have to worry about the gas station. And this way I could run a couple of cords in through the garage and run the refrigerator, the television, the lighting, a fan, and my modem and cable TV box, and run it for days.
So here I am, right? Here I am putting solar all over my RV with battery banks to keep a off-grid situation, and this guy does it off of his car.
I drive around in my battery bank. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to do is Eric's gotten me into a couple of solar cells, and I have an inverter at the house, and I'll be able to charge my car off the inverter.
Where's the little spoiler, the little wing? Does it come up
The
still?
little wing comes up. I'd have to go, yeah. So that the wing comes up in the back over 60, or I could hit a switch and make it come up.
And then look at this.
Yep. So this is a one of a kind, and of course, so the car will be charging off of solar cells. That's my next project. And if you want, see, okay, I knew you were going to ask, Eric. Where do you? This is where you plug it in at.
Ah, okay.
Right in the old gas door.
Now I don't know anything about electric cars. Is that some sort of standard plug?
It's a standard plug.
Can you go to the Tesla thing at Wawa and plug in?
I can get a Tesla adapter. Okay, but this is the other. Every car but a Tesla uses this, and I can't remember the.
Now, well, this says premium fuel. Does that mean you have to use FPL only, or can you use, you know?
No, this car accepts FPL or non-FPL power. Like I said, I'll be charging this car off grid with my solar cells in the house. I go to work in a different vehicle, so I could use this one, leave this one on a slow charge on 120 volts at 1250 watts.
Look at that, man. That is so cool. So. Let's see, ham radio operators.
We'll put it back in standby.
Ham radio operators, you could put your, like Dwayne over here, you can have your ICOM 705 or your, IC 7300. You can have it plugged in here with, well, how would you do that now with 12 volts? Because this is putting out 120. You don't need to go back to a 12 volt converter, right?
Okay, Eric, I knew you were going to ask.
Oh, no, Jan's got everything.
So what you do is, well, like today's radio, I could run the old.
Oh my gosh, he's got a U-verse BBU here.
That's right, and I could just plug it right in.
He's got a U-verse 3 amp battery backup unit.
And there
for a
you
modem.
go. So today is QRP day. That's all I need to run. I could run, and if it gets weak, plug it in the extension cord.
Oh, geez.
Okay, and away you go. If I want to run my KW amplifier and my home station, my 7700, plug it right in. I could run both of them.
Man.
So there you go, Eric. I told you it could be done.
It can be done. Jan, thank you for showing me all this stuff. For those who are interested, and stuff like this, subscribe. Hey, Jim. Subscribe to the channel.
I have two other electric homemade cars. One's 48 volt DC three-wheel motorcycle, and the other's 116 volt DC Ford Festiva. And you could always make your battery pack moving. There's no reason to have your battery pack sitting still and only doing one job. You go out and have a good time, take your battery pack with you.
All right, thanks, Jan. Good seeing you, buddy.
Good seeing you.